Hello, everyone. This is Phoenix from Maine, and today I'm going to try and see if you guys want me to do commentary for Young and the Restless. It's been very good having commentary with General Hospital, and I see people enjoying commentary on Days of Our Lives. So now I'm going to go ahead and see if you guys enjoy my commentary on Young and the Restless. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please do all the YouTube things. And I'm just going to get right into it. So we're going to begin with Kyle. So Kyle basically has been a brat. And he has been in his parents' faces, uh, you know, upset about everything, um, with the whole thing about Diane has his job, so he was trying to undermine her, and it was just a mess. And Kyle constantly has been just on a tear, rage, including when he's talking to Summer Crazy. So instead of trying to really just co-parent and try to work things out with Summer, he's just been antagonizing her, letting her know that, you're not even Harrison's biological mother. And, how now Summer is also being unreasonable because she should try a different tactic with Kyle. I think that if she switched and tried to be supportive of Kyle, even though she doesn't like what he's doing, and just tried to rebuild that friendship that they had so that it wouldn't be so much animosity over the son. But come Monday's episode, so I'm gonna skip ahead to Monday's episode because I talked about that in my commentary about the show overall. But in Monday's episode, Kyle comes in hot. He just wants to get in Victor's grill and let him know what I did in my spoiler videos for the spoilers for the week of July the 15th. So on Monday, July 15th, he confronts Victor about telling Claire he should be, trying to stop her from wanting to be around Kyle or whatever. And so Victor puts him in his place, lets him know that Kyle and Summer are both his granddaughters, and he puts family first. And he has every intentions of protecting his granddaughters. And he lets Kyle know, you don't want to be my enemy. And then Kyle, he calms all the way down, so much so when he sees Summer talking about having another house and, for Harrison to go to, and he can have a room, all that. He was calm. He wasn't the Kyle that he was a few episodes prior, where, they were just at each other's throats. So if he screws Summer over or he screws Claire over, then that means Victor's going to come after him. First thing he's going to do is get rid of the job. He's going to take the job back. Kyle's not going to have anything. He burnt his bridges at Jabot. He's moving out the house. He's antagonized his parents, and he's now under Victor's thumb. And Victor reminds him of that, without getting loud or boisterous. He just sort of reminds him of, who he is, and that he'll make him his enemy as well. So we're going to move on to Victor warning Audra. So the thing with Victor warning Audra is I've seen online people all confused. Why would Victor warn Audra about Kyle? He's destabilizing, Kyle and Audra before they even get to be co-CEOs. He's already planting doubts. And see, that is not what Victor is doing. Victor is making sure that Kyle doesn't have autonomy over this company because he doesn't know if Kyle is going to make up with his parents, feel guilty about, trying to take down his own family's company. Anything can change within those relationships. Diane may retire and say, look, and she's tried this twice, Jacqueline let her, but say, look, I can't take this anymore. You can be co-CEOs with Jack, and I'll step down. And under certain circumstances, Kyle might take that. So that's why Victor wants Audra as co-CEO, because if he boots Kyle out, he's going to still need somebody to run that company. And that's going to fall to Audra. Also, if Kyle starts doing some craziness, she's going to snitch. So he wants Audra to watch her back and know that, Kyle wants to be a sole CEO. So Victor is actually doing the right thing. He's protecting his investment in case Kyle don't do what he's supposed to do. Also, Audra being in the company keeps Kyle in line because he can't just do whatever he wants to do. And also in the same week, we also had Kyle getting closer to Claire. And it's clear that, she's going to be his new love interest, which will put him at odds with Victor and will drive Summer absolutely crazy. But they continue to get closer. She's the one that he goes to talk about the custody battle and all the things going on with Summer. And, that's his shoulder to cry on, lean on, everything. Now, we also have Jack. Now, here's the thing. Victor has been plotting this whole situation going against Jack for months. Jack, it really feels like empty threats to me because Jack doesn't have a plan to get back at Victor. Now, rumor is he's eventually going to sleep with Nikki, but we ain't got that far yet. So maybe November 6th. But the rumor is, and it's still just a rumor, it may not happen, but a source said that when Nikki finds out that Victor had Jordan that whole time in the basement, she's going to be so upset. She sleeps with his worst enemy. Right now, his worst enemy is Jack. Jack and Diane are always at that breaking point of falling out where she's talking about she's going to leave the house and he don't want her around Nikki. She doesn't want him around Nikki. So that marriage is on shaky ground. So I think the affair will happen. And I think just like with Adam and Chelsea, they'll feel very bad about doing it, but eventually it's going to come out. If that happens, when that happens. So right now it just feels like Jack is making empty threats. He's telling, Victor to stay away from his family. And what? What if Victor doesn't? What is Jack going to do? So we really need to see Jack making plans to go against Victor. We also have Sharon. Sharon seems to be getting a storyline. So fingers crossed. She's having a mental breakdown on Monday's episode. She's hearing Cassie's voice. She's seeing Cassie's ghost. So I don't know if it's her medication or something else going on, but I think this is probably going to lead to something happening with her and Daniel, as far as will she try to hurt Daniel or what's going on. The other thing I want to talk about is Lucy's fangirling with Faith. Now, you can tell me in the comment section, but I kind of feel like it was over the top. It's like, do you want Faith to be your friend or do you want Faith to be your girlfriend? I couldn't tell, but clearly she also got the news from her mother that her father had something to do with Cassie's demise. She didn't tell her what, but I mean, she'd probably just Google it, but that's coming up too. Lucy finding out. So we're seeing the puzzle pieces coming together. But for a while now, they've only brought Sharon back for sweeps. So sweeps, I think, ends July 24th. So hopefully after July 24th, we will still get this Sharon story playing out. And they're not going to rush it like they did the Cameron Kirsten stuff or, her becoming, head of the company or anything she's done that's been within a month, a sweep month. I mean, that she doesn't disappear until November sweep. So fingers crossed. Another thing we got to talk about is Devon and Nate. Devon and Nate have, uh, well, Nate, I don't really know what they're doing with Nate. They're building this relationship with Audra. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But Devon doesn't make any sense. He almost ruined a deal to separate the companies, which was his idea. And then he's antagonizing Lily, like he's trying to push her into not wanting to be in the company. I don't know if they're trying to insinuate that he wants to be like the sole CEO, and he's pushing Lily's buttons to make her want to stay at Chancellor. So but if that's what they're doing, they need to spell it out much, much, much better than what they've done. We're going to move on to Heather and Daniel. These are actually two characters that I care absolutely nothing about. It's like, yeah, go to Portugal. I don't care. I don't want you on the show. I just don't. I always thought Daniel was a boring character. And I always thought that Heather was just kind of there for the affair. And once that affair happened, then they haven't really shown them. It was like they didn't have a follow up to that storyline. So, okay, he cheated on Lily. They kind of sort of had a battle over his game, but then they kind of just let it go. And Lily pays for college for Lucy, and the company gets to keep the game. It was so lame. It was so lame. Moving on to Connor. So Connor's getting better. And here's the thing about Connor getting better. The whole thing was a way to bring Chelsea and Adam back together. And I had also been telling you guys for a while, if you watch my spoilers regularly, that Chelsea and Adam were going to have an affair. So now that they've had the affair, they're like, oh, Connor's getting better now. But now that they've had the affair, Chelsea and Adam still have feelings. They're feeling drawn to each other, and it's still surrounded Connor, and he's getting better. They get excited, and they want to, almost hooked up, but they were managed to pull back. And we also have the stuff with Adam, where Victor confronts Adam because he wants to know, are you going to take charge of Newman Media or not? Honestly, Adam should say no because he should be asking Victor. So if I do take back the CEO position, how long will I have it before you give the job back to Nikki? That's what I would want to know if I was Adam. But he's not even saying that. They just keep saying, oh, once he get in a position, he won't want to leave. Well, he'll leave if Victor tells him to leave, just like he told him to leave last time. So to me, Victor, Adam, if he's smart, he should get it in writing that he's the permanent CEO and that Nikki will not replace him. I would get it in writing, but we all know Adam's going to take the job because Victor told him that he's targeting Jack and Jabot, and he let Adam in on his plan. So it's just, you can just follow the dots. We see which direction story is going in. The fact that Adam is dragging, they have Adam dragging and saying yes. Yeah, that's an issue for me because that's boring. Also, the question was answered. Now that Chelsea is back, what happens to Sally at Marchetti? It's supposed to be a temporary job, but she's done so well. Summer wants Chelsea and Sally to stay, not as co-head designers. She wants to create a division for the younger demographic, and she feels like Sally can do that while she has Chelsea do the classic line. So both ladies get good news that they're both wanted at the company. And Summer's excited and they're both going to keep their jobs. And after Summer leaves, we get this scene where Chelsea, the reformed con artist, cannot hold it together. She looks guilty as hell. She starts to tear up. And Sally's not stupid. You know, sometimes they write her stupid, but Sally's not stupid. Sally is probably starting to put the pieces together that something happened. But as July sweeps, it begins to come to an end. I think that maybe November sweeps is when the affair will come out, and maybe from August to November sweeps, they'll be just cheating till they get caught. So we'll see how it all plays out. And finally, I want to talk about Nate and Audra. So I think that Nate and Audra are a good couple. You know, they look good together. They have great chemistry. And they're doing with Nate and Audra what they didn't do with Audra and Tucker. They actually have them having conversations. They're building on the romance. They're actually treating them like a real couple and doing the right thing. What I did not like was Audra's first day, and Nate is pulling her away from her job to see the sunset, which some may feel is romantic, but coming from a person, you myself, who, you know, when I'm grinding in the past, my relationship right now, no problems with, or hopefully my forever relationship, you know, we don't have those kind of problems because we don't have those kind of problems about, you know, trying to intrude on your time while you're working. We give each other our space respectively. But in prior dating situations, I would have, you know, someone try to get me to stop working. And I'm like doing web series, movies, TV commercials, you know, as a producer, director, writer, I'm doing PSAs for, you know, companies and things like that. And I'm like, I'm busy. And most of my production work was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So whoever I was dating, they got their 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And then I didn't disturb them. And then on a weekend, you know, because they're off, you know, they're trying to interrupt my work. You know, when I'm got like all these actors working for me and whatnot, and you want me to postpone, you know, something that we've been planning, rehearsals and everything, because you're bored because it's the weekend, you know. So that just had me flashbacks of somebody or people not being supportive of what I was doing and wanting to take me away from work because they want to be social. Oh, you work too much. Well, Monday through Thursday, I was free, but I was respectful of your time, especially when you're telling me you're tired. So I just kind of didn't like Nate taking Audra away from her work when it's like her first day, and that rubbed me the wrong way. Well, other than that, I liked everything about their scenes. And I might be in a minority for saying this, but I actually think they should have waited a little longer before Audra and Nate went to bed, you know, got in bed together. Still trying to be careful what I say because of, you know, YouTube. But yeah, you can see from the picture what happened. And I think that it would have been great to sort of build up to it because I know they kind of sort of been building up to it with their tension. But to me, they're always throwing Audra in bed with somebody, you know, and when Nate was Victoria, always throwing, you know, him in bed with her. But I'm like, I want more character development before they get to that point. But, you know, now we're here. So that is my commentary for this week for Young and the Restless. If you like this, make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe, you know, and I'm going to be looking at the numbers. And if you enjoyed this, I will be doing more of this. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.